Shalom, shalom to the brethren. What up to everybody else? All praises to the Most High Yah and thanks to his son Yahushua HaMashiach. And, shouts out to the remnant. Hope y'all having a great day, great night, great afternoon, whatever time you catch this video. Integration is a sin. This video ain't for everybody. This video is for people that have understanding. I really don't make videos for people who just don't really know or desire to know. Now, if you desire to know, if you're unhappy with the state of events, you're unhappy with your life inside of Babylon, and you wondering what's the real way, how should we be, because you tried everything, you done been in the world, ain't work, you're overburdened and heavy laden, then this video is for you, and all of my other videos for you. Because as always, I like to cause my people to consider. Integration is a sin. Envy not the heathen and learn none of his ways. Right? Learn not the ways of the heathen. We see that over and over. See that over and over in the script. Don't be like the heathen. Don't learn anything the heathen learn, or take after any of their practices. Right? I don't think we fully get that, right? We think that's about Christmas and Thanksgiving, which it is. Don't get it twisted. It's in there. But I'm talking about the whole mindset of integration in general, wanting to be in their schools, wanting to be in their neighborhoods. This is why we fall. We fall because we believe they got it best. Think about the whole world. I was watching a thing in China, how, black people ain't the only people bleaching their skin? Black people ain't the only ones, wearing blonde hair and getting green eye contacts and blue eye contacts, trying to be like white people. In China, there's an epidemic in China about Chinese people wanting to be white. Dressing white, talking white, lusting after white men and after white women more than their own. Like the whole world wants to be like these people. Everywhere you go, every continent you go on, there is a worshiping of Caucasians, right? And it's not by accident. It's through media, the movies. You watch a cartoon, you watch a Japanese cartoon, it's more white people in the damn cartoon than it is Chinese and Japanese people. I got a friend of mine, and he just watch anime all day. Every time I come over there is anime. And I'm looking at the little cartoon, I'm like, they talking English and they all Caucasian. Like, it'd be a couple little Asiatic type people in there, but for the most part, it's Caucasian, right? So everybody want to be Caucasian, but the crazy part is the Caucasian don't want to be Caucasian. They still in everybody's cultures. They involved in everybody's cultures. They imitate everybody, and everybody's imitating them. That's the crazy part about it. So somebody got to be set apart. Somebody got to be the standard. Somebody got to have their own and want their own. and not desire to be like the Caucasian. And that, my brothers and sisters, if you read the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, it's supposed to be you. But all I see is my people giving credit to the heathen about everything, giving homage to the heathen about everything, you know, wanting to be like them. Every point of view they have is from a Western mindset, which is a PC term for, or politically correct term for like white folks. Okay, you know, Western mindset, Western European culture is a real smart way to say white folks. We have a Western concept of marriage, a Western concept of discipline our children, a Western concept of, you know, friendships, relationships in general, a Western concept of even worshiping the Most High. They embed their ideas into every nation so that no nation is set apart. So here I am to tell you that participating in this is sin. Governing your marriage, governing anything of substance in life off of a Western mindset is sin. Because that's not how you was ordered to live by the Creator of the heavens and the earth. That is not how He told you to live. He gave you a way to live, and none of it is Western. None of it is white, Caucasian. Right? You know, I hear people talk about politics, you know, the Democrat, Republican, and we just got to do in our country, in our land, in our this and our that. Man, ain't none of this stuff ours. Not to the extent of how you talking about it. You know, the earth has been given to the wicked. And later on, the righteous will inherit. You're not inherited it right now. We need to stop talking like this, like we got some kind of stake in this place. We don't have no stake in this place. Every person has bowed the knee to the system, to the Babylonian mindset, to the Babylonian control. Every person that you believe is in some position of power, they've bowed the knee. They've worshiped foreign gods. They've taken oaths. They've joined secret societies, or they have been compromised, even if they haven't gone through all this, you know, all these, cults and, you know, Illuminati and all that. They've been wicked to the point that they've compromised themselves. They've allowed themselves to be, what I'm looking for. They've allowed themselves to be blackmailed. You know, they've gone too far out into the waters and they can't come back, or they feel like they can't come back. You know, the whole thing about the scriptures is about repenting, you know, whatever that means. They might need to come out and own up to the fact that they cheat on their wife, or they done slept with little girls, or done slept with men or whatever. And it's people that get them in positions to get them to do this and then hang it over their head. If you don't pass this bill, if you don't do this or do that, then I'm going to bring forth this information and embarrass you. And it's people that's in these kind of positions that we tend to think is going to help us in some kind of way, or guide us in some kind of way. True independence is outside of this system. And the Most High is going to make your way straight. True, in certain ways, you got to kind of, you know, go with the flow, right? You got to pay your taxes. You got to have your tags and all that. But to be honest with you, certain people have found a way around that with paperwork and with legal stuff and all that. It's ways around all of it. But what I'm saying is we got a desire to be independent. We got a desire to live like the Most High would have us to live and not be cleaving unto these ideas of democracy and, just believing that the heathen got anything for our benefit. They can't. It's impossible for them to have anything for our benefit, because if we benefit, they fall. Unless they benefit us because of who we are, because we are the children of Yasharah. If they do it for those reasons, then the scriptures say that those who bless us will be blessed. But that's not the whole of what they doing. They can't even get to certain positions unless you're able to be compromised. If you can't be compromised, they don't want you. If you ain't been through their appropriate schools and their appropriate fraternities, or have a certain moral ground that's able to be compromised, they don't want you. And if you get into these positions and you won't be compromised, 9 times out of 10, they gonna kill you. That's how serious it is. So how is it we have a system like this and our people believe that any of this could be for our good, right? So all of it points back to unity of the brethren and living in a way that's pleasing to the Most High Yah. That's what it's all about, is returning to the biblical principles and not believing. Believing in this system is believing that a man shall buy you. And he told you no man is going to buy you. Not even the heathen who enslaved you is going to buy you. Hey, listen, I need to say that again. Not even the heathen that enslaved you is going to save you from the slavery that they put you in. They're not. That's crazy. I spend hours and days hunting a deer. I catch him, I'm going to just let him go. The Most High brought the worst things the earth could offer down on Egypt to make Pharaoh let us go. When he let us go, what he turned around and did? He tried to come get us again. And you think these people is just going to give you what it is you desire? Man, come on, man. Pharaoh had to be killed before he let us go. Same thing with America. They got to be killed before they make us equal. They got to be killed before we able to get to any position of true authority in this country. So quit thinking that integrating with these people and acting like they want you to act, talking like they want you to talk, living like they want you to live is going to get you somewhere with them. You got to worry about getting somewhere with the Most High Yah, man. And that's just it. Raising your family how you supposed to raise your family. Loving your brother how you supposed to love your brother. That's the only way you're going to be, endeared to the Most High Yah. Keeping feast days is beautiful. Wearing fringes is beautiful. Gathering on Shabbat is beautiful. But our people was doing that and was still wicked as hell. You know why? Because they loved the ways of the heathen and cleaved unto the heathen. They went and moved off to all these other places, did all this wickedness. Or they learned some wickedness or seen some wickedness somewhere else and they brought it back home. All right, sis. Brian. Shalom, Mark. Shalom, everybody. I was talking to an elder, man. He was like, we got too many sisters in this walk that are certified nurses, certified doctors, for us not to have our own hospitals. for us not to have our own nursing homes. Too many sisters got daycares for us to ever have to go to a heathen daycare. Too many sisters and brothers are lawyers for us to ever have to go pay a heathen hundreds of thousands of dollars to represent us, to keep us free from bondage. Right? But we still buy into this stuff. We think we got some kind of safety with this heathen and in his system, instead of pooling together to make sure that nothing can infiltrate what we build. We want to include. It's all about inclusion. We want to integrate. It's a sin. We don't cleave unto the heathen. The heathen is supposed to cleave unto us. The heathen is supposed to forsake their gods and their culture for ours. That's the only way they could be saved. So how is it we go and cleave unto them, man? We got to be the standard. We got to set the pace. We got to set the tone. In our dress, in our music, in our lifestyles, in everything, we got to set the tone. Let a heathen look down on us for anything. We got to be looking down on them. How they raise their children. Take their child to the doctor. Take their sons to the doctor's office and let them chop their penises off. Take their daughters to the doctor's office and chop their breasts off. And put penises on them. The heathen shouldn't look down on us for anything. We got to look down on them. And until you start to think like this, you're not gonna be in no wise able to find salvation. You can't be seeking salvation, loving the heathen when he told you don't learn none of their ways. Envy not the heathen and take on none of their ways. It's, man, we gotta stop it, man. Everybody tuning in, Brian James Gibson says, pray for my wife, Tiffany Wilson, for her to get her lawyer and for her passport and all, for us to get an apartment. Pray for my wife to be a citizen. Well, yeah, man. Hallelujah. We got to take not so much as pride. It's kind of pride, a confidence, in the fact that we not meant to be like these people. We not meant to follow after nothing but the righteousness as laid out by the scriptures. Our women with these wigs and these eyelashes that heathens came up with. Our sons wearing these tight ass jeans that some homosexual came up with as a style. You think a Hebrew came up with these pants? Or some white homosexual came up and said, oh, let's tighten them up around the ass cheeks and the legs. Let's make them damn near naked out here. Come on, man. We got to stop it, man. We got to be our own. We got to have our own mind. We got to think to do our own thing, man. And the heathen be damned. If they want to come in, they got to get down or lay down. If they want to come amongst us, be amongst us, they got to conform to what we live. And what we supposed to live is supposed to be what the Bible say to live. Integration is a sin. Integration is a sin. We gotta rebuke everything they never gave us, man. They religions they didn't gave us. We gotta rebuke it. We're supposed to heed the wise words and the wise sayings But that don't entail religions going up in churches with statues and angels. Anything that came out of that thing has been wicked. Any of our ancestors who was righteous because they heeded to what the book said, not to what some religion was. They read the words and they cleaved unto it and lived after it and thought it was true and put forth works to go with their faith. Religion is everything outside of it. It's the little churches and all the little things they set up in Christianity and Catholicism. That's not our book. That's white man stuff. That's heathen stuff. That's Eurocentric mindset. All these doctrines we hanging on to that ain't got no real scriptural proof. But people take precepts, they take a line here and a line there and put it together, and people got whole doctrines based on a lie. So anyway, that's a little bit too deep. I just wanted to implore my people to think about the fact of we got to be different. We should in no ways be resembling a Western culture or a Western mindset. That's what I want to leave y'all with. We should in no ways resemble a Western mindset in our doings and our actions, because the Western mindset, the Western culture is wicked, satanic, Luciferian. All the bad stuff in the Bible wrapped up in one. It's what it is. Don't be cleaving to it. Don't be cleaving to their books. Don't be cleaving to their quote-unquote wise men, to their quote-unquote authorities, to their quote-unquote agents that they send amongst us to watch us and to keep us at bay. Anybody that cleave unto the heathen, we need to mark them and we need to separate ourselves from them. Because if they ain't compromised, they can be. Anybody that look upon the heathen with any kind of approval. Anybody that look upon the heathen with any kind of approval, you gotta watch them. Not that heathens can't be redeemed, not that heathens can't be saved, but their redemption and their saving is dependent upon them catering to us. Once we live righteous and have a life pleasing unto the Most High Yah, we got to follow his prototype. And once we follow his prototype, they got to follow ours. And that's just the bottom line. I don't know how else to lay that out for you. Anybody that got faith in this, judicial system, in the political system, in the school system, even its hospitals. Hey, don't think I left your pharmakia off the table. We don't use pharmakia. He gave us herbs for our healing. But anyway, I'm going to get off of it because it's going to offend people. People going to be offended. But see, I got high blood pressure. And see, cause what about? You're tired. You're tied down too deep. You're tied down too deep with these heathens, man. Put your life in the Most High Yah hands. Try that. Research your ailments. Find out herbs that's good for them ailments. And then start living like that. And say, Most High Yah, if I die, I'm dying because I'm separating myself from the ways of the heathen, from his medical system, from his pharmakia, and I'll put my life in your hands. Give me the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding to learn how to heal myself. So that I'm not participating in witchcraft. So that I'm not going against your covenant by cleaving unto the ways of the heathen. So be it. Hallelujah. How about that? Try that. Let your faith be of a mountain. Shalom, man. Yeah, man. I just wanted to drop that on you. All praise to the Most High Yah. Integration is sin. And we got to stop seeking integration. We got to rebuke integration. At least from us coming to them. If they gonna come to us, they gotta get like us. But we got to look for an Eastern mindset. We got to look for a biblical mindset, biblical principles. And trust me, the heathen don't know nothing about it. So you can't look to them to get it. You got to look to your book. You got to look to your Abba to get it and see how he lived, see how he ruled his household, how he handled his wife, how he handled his children. And that's how we got to move. Heathen don't know a damn thing. All they can do is pollute. That's what they do. They pollute. They are cancer. Say the people of the north will find a garden and leave it burning embers. Meaning they find something beautiful and lovely and they destroy it. That's what they've done to you. You got to rebuke it. All praise to the Most High, y'all. You know it's 12 tribes, but it's one nation. Hallelujah.